Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be tackling the word waiting. That's right, waiting. W-A-I-T-I-N-G, waiting. Now that's quite an unusual topic to tackle, you may think, but if you think about it, the average human being, actually scratch that, every human being spends the majority of their life doing this exact same activity, waiting. And as you're watching this video now, you are waiting for something. You are waiting for your meal to cook, you're waiting for the microwave, you're waiting for your partner, parent, whatever, whoever to come back. You're waiting for a meal well, I've already said a meal. You're probably waiting on an exam result, waiting to hear back from an interview, waiting for that promotion. You're waiting for something. As you're watching this video now, there are several things that you're waiting for because we spend the majority of our life waiting for something. Now, this topic, the reasons why I have decided to tackle this as a topic is underpinned by one of my favorite books / play. It's actually a play, not a book. So it's underpinned by one of my favorite books, plays, a play called Waiting for Godot, written by the celebrated Irish writer, what's his name? Samuel Beckett. So Waiting for Godot, written by Samuel Beckett, underpins this. Now this play was written in Paris in the 1940s, just after the World War, I think the Second World War it was. So this play was written just after the Second World War. Now during that period there was a movement called absurdism. Absurdism, A-B-U-R-D-I-S-M, absurdism. So there's this movement called absurdism that was led by this French philosopher, a chap called Albert Camus. So Albert Camus came up with this concept of absurdism. And what is absurdism? Absurdism was looking at the meaninglessness of life as known, and the desire for the human race, for mankind, to find meaning in it. So on the one hand, man desires to find a meaning to life or in life, and on the other hand, life in essence has really no intrinsic meaning apart from meanings conferred on it through the path that you choose to follow through it. So that's really a rough summary of what absurdism, that movement was all about. So there's that movement going around in the intellectual circles in Paris in the 40s, and Samuel Beckett, this Irishman, was living in Paris at the time. He was a writer as well, and he was part of that movement too, and his contribution to that movement was this seminal book, Waiting for Godot. So in this book you had two protagonists, a chap called Vladimir and one other guy. I can't quite remember what the other person's name is. Well, that's not really that important, but so in this play you had two protagonists, and what they did every day, these two protagonists, what they did every day was to go to a particular spot in a forest to wait for a person or a being called Godot. Now, Godot was their person or being that they thought had the answers to all of their life's problems. So, obviously, Godot never came. So I made this diversion really just to give you some sort of, sorry, I just had to have a quick check that, you know, that I'm following through. So I made this diversion with that sort of little synopsis on Camus and Samuel Beckett. By the way, the Waiting for Godot is a lot more intricate than that. That's just a sliver of an understanding of it, but it's a lot more complex and a lot more detailed. But it's not really about waiting for Godot. It's about the concept and idea of waiting. Now, waiting, as I said, is the activity that we do the most. But we need really, and it probably works better if you had a good understanding of this concept or this activity. So obviously you're waiting for something. So what are you waiting for? And more importantly, how are you waiting? So how are you waiting? Now, what do I mean? I hear you ask, what do you mean? How am I waiting? Well, you can wait in a variety of ways. Right, just take a sip of my water. So you can wait in a variety of ways. You can either wait positively, you can wait negatively, or you can wait passively. Now, what does that mean? You can wait positively, so you're waiting for something. Let's say you're waiting on that result that we spoke about earlier, and so you're waiting for your final results. So in the period that you're waiting, you take a part-time job in a shop to earn yourself a bit of coins. You take an IT course just to learn a particular application or a particular gap that you feel that you need in your overall rounding. So that's like a positive form of waiting. So you're waiting for one big thing, but whilst you're waiting for that big thing, you're waiting whilst being actively and positively engaged. So that's a form of waiting. Now you can wait negatively as well. So you can wait for something and just wait there, fretting, being anxious, you know, having all these thoughts in apprehension of what you're waiting for. Now that's a negative form of waiting. And you can just wait passively, which is just really just wait. You know, you can literally just wait. So really, you need to understand the concept of waiting in order to be able to manipulate it, or in order to be able to work it in a way that best suits you. So yes, that being said, I shall leave it there. You know, so waiting, what do you think? How do you wait? Leave that in the comment section, and I shall what? Catch you on the next one. Peace.